and welcome to day 19 here in 24 days building more muscle with calisthenics training. 2 tips in every video. Good to have you aboard. I'm Matt Schifferly as always, and today we're doing a little bit more on the practical applications, things you can do in your workouts to make your joints safer and your muscles work harder. So 2 exercises that I employ in almost every warm-up I do with individuals, regardless of whether they're building muscle or not, are T-planks and just simple shifting squats. And the reason for this is simple, is because, as I've always addressed, you're only as strong as you are stable. And a majority of your stability and your ability to control all of where your limbs are and your alignment happens in your shoulders and your scapular control and in your hips. So the T-plank, very simple, basically planking on the floor, tucking the pelvis in, shoulders are protracted, and then we rotate all the way around and I'm retracting my shoulder blades. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together and at the same time squeezing the floor together between my feet and my hand. And that gets all of the muscles along my lateral chain working. And then I protract again and squeeze. So it's very much a back exercise. My entire back on my left side, and then my right side is working very, very hard. Remember, we want to be proactive about our tension. So my left lat is engaged. I'm pulling everything together, back and forth, and this is improving the stability and control of your shoulder blades, your shoulders, and that's going to have a lot of carryover into keeping your wrists, elbow, and shoulder joint very healthy while giving you more of that needed stability in every upper body exercise you do. Shifting squats are kind of a little bit on the similar side of things. Get into a nice deep squat. I'm kind of reaching for the floor with my hips as low as I can, getting my butt as close to my heel as possible. And from here, you just simply shift from one side to the other. This is helping me improve the mobility in my hip. I'm not twisting very much. It's not this, where I'm keeping my weight 50-50. I'm physically moving my weight to one leg and then the other, pulling the knee closer to my center line as well. I'm not letting it go to the outside, keeping that heel on the ground. And if you can't get very deep for this, that's perfectly fine. This is a fantastic hip mobility exercise as well. And you're just kind of going back and forth like so. And don't worry, it's like, should it be so many sets and reps? You're just loosening things up in the hips, getting stable, feeling very grounded, keeping tension in the muscles, and doing it as you see fit and as needed in your warm-ups to feel like things are loosening up, but more important, feeling stable on that leg. And then the second tip for today concerns more about keeping your joints healthier and basically keeping your whole body safer by employing what I call a freeze workout. A freeze workout is basically where you take your major quantifiable metrics, like how many sets you're doing, your reps, weight you're lifting, if you're lifting with external loads, or what techniques you're using, and you basically kind of freeze those metrics in place. You're not trying to add reps or sets or weight or anything like that. And I know that may seem a little funky because it's like, well, don't we need to add these sorts of things in order to make progress? And the answer to that is it helps, but sometimes the best way to make progress is to purposely plateau these things. And the reason for that is because a lot of times your progress comes from more technical, almost arbitrary things like your range of motion, your range of tension, being able to stabilize, have good technique, body position, breathing, all these other sorts of things. And if you're not addressing and trying to improve those, it's going to hold back your ability to get the more weight and the reps and the sets and all those other sorts of things. So the whole idea with a freeze workout is you're not trying to struggle to get more pull-ups or lift more weight on the dip belt. You're purposely saying, I'm just gonna hold that stuff in place and take the pressure off that. And what that's gonna do is force you to look for progression in how well you're doing the repetitions, how well you're executing the techniques. And by doing that, you're still going to make progress. You're going to have more stability in your joints, which helps them be more safer and better, more comfort. But it also helps you address weaknesses that may have been holding you back. And if you do that for several weeks, you're going to find those exercises are finally going to start to get a little easier and more under control. And then you can add the weight and the reps and all those other things by purposely stopping the pursuit of those things in the first place. So have fun with the T-planks and the shifting squats. Let me know if you have questions on those down below. Implement a freeze workout every once in a while. It's a good little mental break as well. And thank you very much for watching. The likes and the shares and everything are greatly appreciated. Helps out the channel quite a bit. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Be fit and live free.